I love people. Can I just be honest? I love people. If you have been following me here for a while, you know I love people. I love all people, all culture, all religion, all language. I don't care. Okay. I am that American woman that loves foreigners. I love my immigrants. I love people. And I gotta stress that. So it doesn't matter what part of the world you are. You get hugs. You get hugs. You get hugs. Okay. Even in my personal life, if you don't know, I will tell you now, I was married. Okay, unfortunately things went not so great, so I'm now newly single. Okay, but my ex-husband is Arab. He is from Palestine. Okay, and so I've always been the type of person who love people from other countries. I just, it's just part of who I am. I can't help it. Shout out to my Americans. Okay, love y'all. But honestly, it's like if I'm in a room and there's American people here and there's people from different countries, this is Teacher Dar. That's just the way I am. Okay, so it's a beautiful thing that I'm in a profession where I get to meet so many beautiful people like yourself from all over the world. Like, to me, this is the dream. I get a chance to meet beautiful ladies, beautiful gentlemen. I get to listen to your accents. I get to learn your languages. I get to learn your culture, your religion. It's a beautiful thing. And I embrace that. And I feel happy to tell you that, because some people, they don't really talk about it, but I will talk about it. Okay. So everything I do here is really for y'all. Can I be honest? It's really not for me. It's really for you. When I wrote these books, okay, every book has a story. Can I be truthful? It's not just because I'm an ESL teacher. It's not just because I'm a business. I'm trying to make money. No, every book has a story. Do you want to know the story? If you want to know the story behind book 1, book 2, book 3. Yes, please. Yes, share the story. Okay, great. Thank you. Story time with Teacher Dar. Let's talk about this one. This book here. This is the Applied ESL Life Skills Student Workbook 1. Okay. So as I'm showing you the pictures, I'm going to share the story. I started writing this book in 2017. Okay. And at the time, I was called Dara's ESL because I needed to make my everything legal. My logo, my company name, everything. So for many nights, late nights, my butt hurt, trust me, okay? I sat up many late nights writing this book. And what made it very difficult but also fun is every picture in here I've taken myself. So I really had to go back and find the right pictures to accompany the lesson that I'm talking about. And so this is my favorite unit, of course, food. I love food, by the way. See? Teacher Dara eats all different types of food, as you can see. So here's the bad news. I had to close it and put it away. I could not publish it because I wasn't a legal business yet. So what I ended up doing was I went to my state's government website and I applied to become what's called a LLC, Limited Liability Corporation, so I could be a legal business. Okay, and then I was approved in February of 2019, and once that happened, this book was published. I think I published this book, yes, October of 2019. I published this book. Oh, book 2 was published last September. Okay, last September. Now, this story is not so happy, so I'm going to be honest with you. Okay, so after the publishing of this book, I had a conversation with my mom, who I call Mama ESL, and she said, Dara, why don't you write a second workbook? I'm like, no. It took me a year to do this. No. And she said, no, you should do it. So, okay. All right. So at that time, I was married. I was living in a different place. And I said, you know what? Why not? So I started this journey in 2021. Here I go with my pictures again, right? And everything's going beautiful. At least I thought everything's going well. I'm excited. I'm doing my workbook Wednesday, talking to you, right? And then suddenly, by June of last year, everything went to hell. So by June of last year, things between me and my husband went really bad. Okay, he got sick, unfortunately. Shortly after that, we lost our home. Next minute, all of my stuff is here in my mother's house. I'm devastated. Husband's like, bye bye. I'm like, whoa, what's going on? And I'll show you the unit I was up to. I was up to this unit when all this happened, the laundromat unit, when I lost everything. Seriously, I was so incredibly depressed. I was so sad. I couldn't even finish this because I'm thinking, what's going on? Okay, so now I'm back in my mom's house. Of course I'm upset, but one thing about me, friends, is even when I'm upset, when I get mad, I get motivated. This is my truth. So I was mad at my ex. I was mad at what took place. I was just upset, and I said, you know what, because I love God, okay, I said, you know what, I'm going to finish this book no matter what. Next minute, I said, Mom, I need to go to laundromat. I took pictures, okay, from the laundromat. That's me, okay, doing my laundry, okay. I sat up many late nights, okay. I prayed, I drank my tea, I minded my business. I felt so happy, because I felt like, despite my sadness, I was able to do something that really means a lot to me. So now I get to the last unit. This is the last unit, making a 911 call, okay. And I said, okay, I'm ready to publish this. So I put it all together, went on Amazon, uploaded everything, boop, there it is. Hit the publish button. Here we go. In September of 2021, this book was published. I had a launch, I went live, everything was lovely, right? And I'm like, great. Now, here's where things get interesting. I was still in communication with my ex. The day that I launched my book, I told him about it. Totally ignored me, didn't pay it no mind. It's okay. All right, okay, because again, we were already separated, right? Tell me why. After I published this book, October, I started a new teaching job, which I'm still teaching there now. I'm thinking, okay, everything's okay. My marriage is really crumbling at this point. By December, days after Christmas, if you celebrate Christmas, okay, I get a phone call and my husband's like, bye-bye. Marriage over. I don't want you. I'm leaving you alone. I'm like, okay. I wasn't expecting that. So, okay. Back to the crying, back to feeling sad, okay? Teacher Dora went offline. I went offline for 3 months. During that time, I was away and trying to feel better. My mom, this is why I love my mother, okay? One day we're having a conversation and she said, Dora, I think you should write another book. I said, okay. But I wasn't in the mood. She said, you have all these pictures of signs. Why don't you make a science book? I said, all right. I didn't even question. I didn't argue with her. I just said, okay, because I needed something to distract my mind because I'm devastated, okay? Here we are, Happy New Year 2022, just this year. January, the beginning of January, I'm signing divorce papers, okay? Devastated. Right after that, I got on the laptop. I started working on this book, okay? Now, here's the good news about this story. What made this book so enjoyable, ladies and gentlemen, is this. These are pictures I've had for years, okay? But I needed more. And I must give credit to my husband for this because he drives, okay? When we would drive, I would take pictures of the highway signs. So I do thank him for that, okay? But this is when I went in and I said, let me start taking some of these pictures and putting them together, okay? I actually made this. I made this out of cardboard and paint. So this is actually my creation, but these are real signs. I started putting this sign book together, ladies and gentlemen, okay? Many nights crying, drinking tea, praying, putting this book together, okay? Ex-husband calling, hey, sorry things didn't work out. I'm still upset, still putting my book together, okay? And I would say from January until, I want to say shortly after my birthday. My birthday's in April. See, they go teacher Dora. By the way, I love this sign very much. I call him the little man. I love my little man. See? So, okay. So, right after my birthday is April 22nd, okay? That's when I was getting close to finishing this book, okay? And I'll be honest with you. When I finished this book, I wasn't planning on publishing it right away. because I was still trying to deal with this. Wow, I'm back home with my mom and I'm single. And then here's the worst part about this story. I thought this was over, right? Right before I published this book in May. May is when I published this book. That's when my ex-husband said, you know what? I'm leaving the country. Leaving the country? Yes. So not only did we lose our home, he left me broken. He said bye-bye, and he left the country. So okay. By that point, every night, including weekends, I worked. I continued. Okay? Even when I returned back on social media, because I returned back in the month of April, I was still working on this. By the time I got to the COVID-19 signs, I'm going to show you, okay? I knew I was ready to publish it. And I published it not because I was trying to prove a point. I wanted to do this for Dara. I wanted to say, it was like a reminder to myself that despite my pain, I have a purpose. I have people out here like you who actually believe in what I do. I have loyal people who actually send me messages and say, Dara, we care about you. It's okay. We support you. And because of you, and because of my mom, because of God, because of my family, and because of my creativity that I thank God for, okay? May 1st, I published this book, ladies and gentlemen. May 1st, okay? And I just was so happy because to me, this is a gift to myself. This book represents strength. It represents, this is why I use this picture here. To me, this represents I'm still standing tall. This represents strength. And I'm here to share with you, ladies and gentlemen, this, okay? That even when you're going through a tough time, even when you've been hurt, even when you've been left, even when you're broke, even when you feel broken, you still have purpose, and you can't forget that. And if I've learned anything from last year to now, 3 books later, okay, I've learned the importance of standing tall. If you get mad, but get motivated. Let that anger push you for your dreams, because you owe it to yourself at the end of the day. You owe it to you to be the very best that you can be. I don't care if English is your second language. I don't care if you're a man or woman. I don't care what country you're from. I don't care if you're an older person, younger person. You owe it to yourself to be the best that you can be for you, because the people that matter, and I'm going to stress that, will see it and will appreciate it. And those who don't will not. And it doesn't matter what you do, it will never matter to them, because if it mattered, they would be in your life. If it mattered, they would be supporting you. Always remember that. That's my story time about the books. I'm sharing my story here because so many of you have talked to me and shared your stories, okay? And I have a belief that even when you're in pain, you know, it's okay to turn that pain into a purpose. And that's what I'm here for. So I'm not your average teacher. You're going to hear me say that a lot. I'm not your average teacher. I'm very different, okay? And I'm happy for that because I really want people to know me for me. What you see is what you get, okay? I am very authentic, and I like to be real, and I like to be truthful, because as an adult, I don't like fake people. I don't like people being fake with me, and I'm not going to do that to no one else. And I'm here to genuinely help and make a difference, because there's so many beautiful people in this world. We are being divided by governments and politics and bad things in this world. It's not our fault. It's just the way it is. And if I can somehow bring the world together, okay, through the power of English learning, if I can have you participate in my science project where you are taking pictures of science from your country and I can put it together in a book. Think about that. You will see your sign representing your country in part 2, because I'm working on part 2 of this, okay? How nice. Future generations are going to see that. Every person who participates get a free copy of book 2. Everybody. It doesn't matter, okay? You will get a copy, because that's my way of saying thank you for your participation. So this is not a game. This is not for followers. This is not to be popular. This is my heart. My heart was broken, ladies and gentlemen. I'm being honest. I loved my husband, okay? And when your heart is broken, it really takes a lot to move past that. Because I have a lot of love for people. I love my friends. I love you. I love what I do. I love my students. I love my fellow teachers. I love my family. So love is personal. It's really, it's right here. And one day I hope to love again in the relationship department. But for right now, I feel like God has a bigger purpose, and that is to help people, to continue to create, to continue to educate, to help more people as possible. And that's the reason why I teach. This is the reason why I coach people who are looking to become teachers. This is why I help people find work, because I feel like if God blessed me with knowledge, it is my duty to give it back into the world and into the universe. I believe that. And that's why I'm here. I'll be honest with you, some people love it, some people don't. And that's okay. I didn't come here on Instagram to be popular or to be anything special. I came here really to reach the world. And it is my dream one day, God willing, that I will have the opportunity to travel to your country and meet you in person. I'm a hugger, so if you're not into hugs, you have to let me know, because I'm a hugger. Okay? If I meet you, I'm going to give you a hug. Okay? And yes, I've been vaccinated, so no worries. Say it with me. Always try your best, because when you try your best, you certainly will do your best. Love you all so much, everyone. Thank you for being part of the Applied ESL family. I send you all hugs. Please stay safe, stay strong. And if you're going through a breakup or heartbreak, just know, I understand. Seriously, it's not easy, but we will all be okay. And there's always someone out there who is going to love us and appreciate us for who we are. And don't ever forget that. And know that I love you very much. Take care, everyone.